man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Wegman. Wide open downfield. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
And I just love having matchups out wide that I know can win. Guys that are so fast on the perimeter that threaten with speed, and guys start bailing and getting out of there. And on 3rd down, and I need that yardage, I can go to him, and he'll get the 1st down in the game.
Touchdown, Cougar! All that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Lucas. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Quarterback on the keeper. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21.
You know, this zone replay is something they run over and over and over in practice. This guy can run it and execute it in his sleep. Good decision there keeping the football.
Back to throw, it's Castellanos. Makes the grab outside, it's Davis. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
I know that was 3rd down, and I know the quarterback's trying to be careful. You don't want to be too greedy, but he had guys open downfield. I think if he had been a little bit more patient and been a little bit more willing to let the play develop, I think he could have converted that with a throw vertically down the field. They're setting up 4th down.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. The give to the back. Able to move it ahead a couple of yards. He gets it down to the 20. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Got his man on the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
They'll make the stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that'll bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. And they decide to trot out the kicker. From the left hash, he'll try to bend in a 37-yarder. He splits the upright. And that lead grows even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll send the back in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He gets across the 25, steered out of bounds at the 26. And the Seminoles with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Looking downfield, it's Castellanos. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Davis. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And that's a really good job by the defense understanding leverage. I can't let that fast sucker get outside of me towards the sidelines. Nice job expanding with him and then going and making a tackle. One of the hardest things to do in football is tackle guys in the open field. Great job going and getting him on the ground.
Bringing the heat. He makes the catch. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. The Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. Rushes on him. Got a man. It's Davis. Turns it on in midfield. He'll work his way down to the 28. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw it. Makes the grab. It's Williams. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Second down coming up. Looking to fire. Throws for the tight end. And he will take it in. Touchdown Seminoles.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He's going for it all. Pulls in the deep ball. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Fires to the right. Has is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better there.
Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. Sets up the screen. Tackled right at the 43-yard line, and this D didn't let him sniff that first down marker. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out.
That is just a play you have got to be able to come up with. They don't get bigger than that. Fourth down, you've got to make the catch. Whether it's a perfect throw or whether it's off of your body, you're good enough and you're athletic enough to...
Wide open spaces. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory there down at the 43-yard line. First down here for the offense. Looking to throw, it's Castellanos. Here's a heat. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm. Haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Always a welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. That's caught. It's Williams. Across the 25. He's got room. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's second and long here. Using his legs to buy some time. And his throw is incomplete. So the timing on that throw and on the route was just convoluted, messed up from the beginning.
And you see quarterbacks and wide receivers in the offseason always working on timing and always working on throwing on air. But when you put a defense in front of them, now things start to speed up a little bit. A lot of times you'll see these little mistakes and where it looks like just they're not on the same page all the time.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. With the catch, it's Williams. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up.
Good play call on defense. Third down in that situation, you're just playing a big zone. You want everybody having their eyes on the quarterback, playing in their areas, and you want them rallying to the football. As soon as that running back caught the ball, they all came screaming in. They were able to make the tackle and now set up fourth.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. So they are denied a touchdown on this drive, but they'll try to put up a three spot before the break. And he'll try to knock it through from the right hash and 35 yards out. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And the field goal draws us even as we get close to halftime.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And the returner is stopped. Second half just about ready to start, and Houston will kick it off. He'll bring it out. It's Lucas. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Might be changing the route. Looking to pass. It's Castellanos. Makes the grab. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
That quarterback putting his face in the fan, I love it. Coming up quickly, making a tackle in space.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Pulls it in. It's Robinson. Out of bounds at the 22, and just like that, they're... Trouble.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Picks up the first down, still moving. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a...
Oh, out of space. Turning on the Jets. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
The Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. Ocean from the wideout. They'll toss it to the left. It's a seam wide open. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
Well, right away after picking up a first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back, and I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
Great play by the cornerback. And this offense, they're just trying to get this receiver the ball quickly to see if he can make something happen. But that cornerback was draped all over him. Nice job.
Dropping back, it's Castellanos. There's the pressure. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
And the Seminoles need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
And I think that time he was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm a little bit too much. You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position. If you see a crease, you just got to take off to get it.
That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And with that, they've taken the lead.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Butler. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Corners are going to bail. Leaves it with the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Loses 2. Brings up second down.
On the double.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. The score, Florida State 13, Houston 10.
So the final period starts with a second down play.
29 Philly. 29 Philly.
To the air, it's Wegman. They've got the screen set up. There he goes. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. The execution on that screen pass is one that will go in a coaching clinic.
Nice execution on the screen. Allow the rush to come upfield. Now I release, get the ball to the running back. I got my playmaker in space. Nice chunk yardage play right there by the offense.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. The pull and throw off the RPO. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Got a man. It's Broussard. And the defense.
Gotta like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch of these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
The Cougars are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short.
Get set, get set.
Wants to throw again. Grab near the marker. It's Connors. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. The Cougars with the 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. He uncorks one deep. Got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Houston. They move on top here in the 4th.
And at this stage of the game in the 4th quarter, big-time players make big plays in big games. What a great job after he secured the catch in the open field, showing off the speed, taking it to the house, and with it, his team now has the lead.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Looks like he's going to try to return it. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Castellanos. Quarterback moving. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
And obviously that wasn't a great play for this offense, but the defense did their job. They flushed him outside the pocket. But nothing worse than getting tackling inbounds or throwing it for a 4-yard gain, letting that clock tick. Nice job throwing it away, saving as much time as you can.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth.
And listen, when you run 4 verticals and you're stretching the field, those are deep routes. They're going to take time to develop. You better protect your quarterback. The offensive line doesn't do a good job. Didn't have time for the play to develop. Defense wins that one.
And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. After the setback, the offense gets set for a 1st and 15. He's looking to pass. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. Oh, you could just feel it. He wanted to make that a big return, but his offense will come out and take over at the 44. Tight end now in motion. They'll try the right side. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play. Timeout is called. The clock stopped with 26 seconds left. I think they'd keep it on the ground here to drain as much time as possible off that clock and hold on to this lead. Fires left. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. Use the play fake, now to throw. A shot toward the end zone. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. Taking it the other way. He's at the 40. And he goes to the ground, and that's how this game is going to end. You're going to hear guys after this game say, got to work harder, got to be more intense. You know, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. And it seemed to me that's what happened out there today.
Yeah, just never really got into a rhythm for this team. There's no doubt they've got a lot of very talented players on both sides of the ball. So, David, I don't think this is a situation where they need to now freak out and try to reinvent things on either side of the football. Just being in better rhythm early and trying to find that in their next game, I think would go a long way.
Yeah, and it's just finding a couple of those plays. What do I do really, really well? Let's continue to build on that.
Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on a team from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see the number 21 team in the country, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on a team from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Duke Blue Devils, taking on another team from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Seminoles will kick it away to start. He'll bring it out. It's Jones.
I love this. If I'm a defensive guy, I got them backed up to start the game inside their own 10. The crowd yelling in their ear, creating a little bit of momentum. Picture perfect start for this defense.
This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Second down, he'll throw it. He's going to let it go. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
What a dream opening drive for this defense, man. You want to create some negative plays, create some energy. They do just that. They create the turnover. They set their offense up. Got even a little bit of a return with it, but that's a dream start for this defense.
Great place to start for this offense. Motion from the wide receiver. To the air, it's Castellanos. Get it out to the supersonic guy. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. The Noles in a good spot here with second and short. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And the Noles come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Trying play action. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
He got it. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And he'll take that first drive. Like, he wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about in that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got him downfield. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Quarterback showing you some resiliency here on this drive. He threw a pick on the opening drive of the game, but he was able to turn the page right away. You can't let that bad play affect you, and they're letting him throw it. They're being aggressive, and he's proving that he can still make good decisions here. He can find the open target and deliver strikes.
Big-time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
They're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
And the Blue Devils now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Finds his man. It's King. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Looking to throw. Fires to the middle. Makes the grab. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
To the air on first down. Release to the back. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Back to pass. Under fire. Just missed his man. Just a little too much.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Right down the middle. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. That will be enough to move the chains and get them a first down in the red zone at the 14.
Florida State, 3-2-0.
They'll run the option. Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. Recovers the fumble, and he's still going.
Yeah, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. It doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
And that last play is why it is a gift to have a short-term memory in this game. Second and long coming up. Looking to fire. Caught over the middle. It's Moore. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I know everyone's yelling like you didn't get the first down, we need more yards. But if you think about it, nice short completion, sets up a third down. And guess what? Nowadays, fourth down, green light. We're going to go for it anyways.
A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound. The war chant on third down at the dope. Quick completion on the out route. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Duke!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Coming out with it, it's Lucas. He's got great speed. Just barely able to stop him. He almost housed that baby. The nice return there. That last line of coverage is the only thing that stopped him from scoring. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. To the air, it's Castellanos. Got it behind the line, it's Davis. He's loose. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
They'll run it from the gun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Robinson. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a first at the 29. And the Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws to the tight end. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
You don't see that very often. You don't see the big tight ends with the soft mitts and the big, huge hands and the nice, sticky gloves. You don't see them drop many of those balls that hit them right there in the hands. That was a missed opportunity by the tight end right there.
Wide receiver gives his way to the house. Touchdown, no!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll bring it out. It's Moore. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Wants to throw on 1st down. He's looking deep. Makes a grab on the shot. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Looking downfield on 1st down. Here comes the heat. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Buys a little extra time. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there, more and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that process. Nice job on the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on 3rd down at the Dome. From the gun, wants to pass. Going over the top. He's got it inside the 25. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. That's the way you get things going. A huge play, and now attacking from just inside the red zone. Under fire. But it's incomplete, and this sophomore quarterback usually makes that throw every time. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Makes the catch. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
Well, this guy's not easy to bring down. They just throw him a simple hitch pass, but he's got so many moves out in the open field. You've got to get a lot of hats to the football to get that guy down, prevent him from scoring on big plays.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Floating away. And the defense forced the quarterback out of bounds before he could get rid of it. Had to take the loss.
Well, this is a quarterback who's used to using his athleticism to his advantage and burning defenses, but there was nothing going there. Great job by the defense, taking everything away and forcing a run for a loss as that quarterback was smart to get out of bounds.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Unloads to the wideout. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe. And how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. Go ahead and roll the dice to start this second half. They're lined up for an onside kick. They're on it, and they get it back for another drive. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. They'll open this third quarter with a run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. They'll try to convert on 4th and long after giving up that big sack. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Touchdown, Blue Devils! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
Here comes the two-point try. They'll go to the air. And that was so close to a turnover in the end zone. The defense almost with the huge play. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Back to throw, it's Castellanos. He's going to fire deep. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Got to give this defense credit, man. They've been so good in the back end in coverage. They basically gave nothing away in the first half. And here they are in the second half defending a deep ball.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a third and long from the 27. Sends it back in motion. On third and long, he has to throw for it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out of the field and make some stops.
Looking for a gap. It's Moore. Defense holds their ground. Pick up of a yard. It's at the 26. The Blue Devils racing to the line in the hurry-up.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you've got to be prepared.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Caught close to the marker. It's Moore. Touchdown, Duke. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. That's his third touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.